It's about time for another rumor video. Are you guys ready? Isle of Armor rumor video starts now. Roll that intro. What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I bring you guys a brand new video today. Today we are jumping into the Isle of Armor rumor mill and taking a look at some amazing rumors that have just come out on the internet. I've actually got two different rumors to cover in this video. They're set a couple days apart. One of them is actually brand new, and they actually cover some very similar things. So whether that means anything, I have no idea, but I always want to put out the disclaimer that these are indeed rumor videos, right? So they could end up being true, they could end up being false. We really don't know, but they're fun to talk about nevertheless. So let's jump into it. Be sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe if you guys are new, and get those notifications turned on. We've got some amazing Isle of Armor content coming out with that DLC release, including my 80-hour live stream marathon and the highlights from that. So we've got a lot of amazing things going down right here on the YouTube channel and of course on my live streams as well. Let's do it. So here is actually our first of the rumors that I wanted to talk about, and this one's actually very, very fresh. It talks about a number of different things, including the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra. So let's start with the Isle of Armor. It says that both Blitzel and Zebstrika are gonna get Galarian forms. They're gonna become flying and fairy typing like a Pegasus, which is what we thought Rapidash was going to be, but never got any love. Now that is the one that I want you to remember because again, we're talking about two different rumors in this video from theoretically two different people, and they are both going to mention Blitzel and Zebstrika getting fairy flying Pegasus forms. I just want to throw that out there. Coincidence? Maybe. Did they get inspiration from each other? Also maybe. Is it a thing? We don't know yet. Phanpy gets a Galarian form. This has been getting so much attention. Phanpy is a big focal point. It becomes fighting type. It has a Galarian evolution, which is going to be fighting and ground type. So that's very interesting. Fighting ground is actually a type that I don't think we've ever gotten fighting and ground. I'm probably forgetting somebody, but I might not be. I don't know if we've gotten fighting and ground. If I miss something, then there'll be a Pokemon on the screen that's fighting and ground, and it'll be looking at me with big beady eyes and laughing at me. And if I'm correct and there is no fighting and ground, then this whole piece of the video probably is not going to make it into the video. Wurmple is normal, but the evolutions are different. Silcoon becomes a dark type and color changes to black with ominous aura, and Cascoon becomes a fairy type. Its color changes to a hot pink and has a similar aura to Silcoon's, except it's pink. Beautifly is dark and bug and has blacked out eyes and transparent wings, but it's not Avery's ace. Dustox is fairy bug and looks like Klara's headband. It is also not Klara's ace. So that's so weird. So why would Klara, I guess I'm confused here. So it's saying that Dustox becomes fairy bug, but Klara is the poison type master. So maybe your head, I don't know why your headband would be inspired by a Dustox that wasn't even the type that she had. I guess that maybe she just loves Dustox. I really don't know what the situation is there, but it talks about these two different kind of Wurmple and Dustox forms. New Gigantamax forms, right? Gigantamax Garchomp becomes a giant land shark surrounded by a sandstorm. Its move is GMax Sandtrap. So GMax Sandtrap is gonna trap the Pokemon unless it's a ground type. GMax Phalanx, it becomes a huge mountain phalanx stacked on top of each other, so they actually go vertical instead of horizontal. It has GMax Spear Blast, which makes the opponent's Pokemon switch out, which actually could be kind of sick against other Dynamaxes. GMax Crobat, it becomes a massive bat with long wings and fangs used to cloak like a vampire. Its move is GMax Sharp Fang, which replenishes Crobat's health to 1/4 of the damage dealt and half of the if the opponent Pokemon is Dynamax. That would actually be insane. So you could have this Pokemon that can deal massive damage and then heal itself, which we have with Alchemy, but if it hits a Dynamax Pokemon, it would actually get half the health. That would be nuts. Crown Tundra, Galarian Slowking is poison psychic like Slowbro. Its head is swollen and it'll look like it'll burst. It's got the signature move Shell Side Head, which has the same effects as Shell Side Arm. I don't know if I don't know if I'm buying into that, if I'm being totally honest. Why would it have side arm is a thing, but like side head? I'm not gonna write it out. It's Pokemon. Don't forget, there's moves in Pokemon called like Bouncy Bubble and also Twinkle Tackle and who knows what else. Sizzly Slide. I'm not writing anything off, okay? Galarian Druddigon, Ghost and Rock type. It has a darker skin tone, has stones on its body. Galarian Litwick. Okay, so I think we've already seen Druddigon. Galarian Litwick, and Litwick's already in the game, but that doesn't mean that they can't have new Galarian forms. Galarian Litwick becomes Fairy and Electric. It looks like more of a modern lamp, and it's more pure-hearted than the Unova Litwick line, so it's kind of like more lively. Galarian Dustox is a pure dragon, like normal Dunsparce, with a small dragon-like tail and wings. It's more purple, and it evolves into Dunvern, a pure dragon type that has Dunsparce's face on a cool dragon. Some of the Galarian forms are already in Sword and Shield, but become different in the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra exclusively. Oh, so they actually call that out. Okay, so at least they mentioned that. So there's some interesting pieces here, and the thing that was really interesting to me was that Blitzle and Zebstrika line at kind of the beginning. I think there's some very feasible potential Gigantamax Pokemon. I'm a little confused about the Dustox Wurmple situation, and again, there's a few question marks here, so not quite sure what to make of this one. But let's take a look at the other one here, because I think this is pretty interesting. This is a little older, actually, but still, very interesting. So, new Galar forms. There's a Water and Dark Golduck, and again, we believe to have seen Psyduck and Golduck already, but still. That doesn't mean that you can't have the forms as well, because we have Meowth and then we have Galarian Meowth, right? So like anything is possible here. Cacturne has a grass and fire typing inspired by the spiciest plant in the world. It doesn't need underhanded tactics, as its chemical reactions are potent enough to keep threats away. So instead of becoming grass and dark, it becomes grass fire, which is something that people have kind of wanted for a long time. And then boom, Zebstrika, flying and fairy, deep Pegasus inspiration in its design and its design of its evolution, which has longer wings or larger wings. And again, this is like almost a week before the other rumor. So two different rumors, both calling out Zebstrika, flying and fairy, which isn't something that I've seen a lot, right? Like when Rapidash was a thing, everyone talked about it being a Pegasus, and now we're seeing Zebstrika being called out as that. I don't know what to tell you. New GMax form. Kecleon has a similar body shape, but the zigzag around its body is projected far from it. It constantly is animated in somewhat of a trippy matter. It can use GMax Bamboozle, which lowers the accuracy of all opponents. Ampharos takes inspiration from a lighthouse while still looking pretty organic. It doesn't do what Mega Ampharos did by gaining a lot of wool that it spent its whole evolution getting rid of. Oh, that's true. It can use GMax Beacon, which uses electric attacks with the same effect as GMax Bamboozle. So, it's saying that GMax Bamboozle lowers the accuracy. GMax Beacon would also lower the accuracy, kind of this big flash of light, which is what Flash does in the first place. So I guess I could see that. Porygon-Z, it seems to incorporate its GMax form into the ground, kind of like Alpha/Proto from the MMBN series, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually know what that is, but I'm gonna go on and I'm gonna Google it. That's what I'm gonna do. Mega Man, I knew, I really believed that it was gonna be Mega Man, and I just didn't want to sound dumb in case I was wrong. Mega Man series, with some magnetic wireframes surrounding Porygon-Z's body, as well as its 3 limbs being pillars around its body. It can use normal moves into G-Max Distortion, which can poison, paralyze, and put to sleep opponents like G-Max Befuddle. Now, I feel like I would kind of buy into that more if it was like, if it froze, paralyzed, or burned. You know what I'm saying? Because Tri-Attack is kind of like Porygon-Z's signature move in my mind, right? Like when I think of Porygon-Z, I think of Tri-Attack and Hyper Beam, really. And Tri-Attack can burn, paralyze, and freeze. This is saying that it would poison, paralyze, or put to sleep like G-Max Befuddle. I wonder if that was a typo or if it, yeah, obviously it's a rumor. But it used a different kind of bug attack, literally. Toucannon, its G-Max form makes its beak look straighter while giving several protrusions and vent-like things. It constantly glows from the heat. Like Toucannon, using its move Beak Blast normally, it uses G-Max Bazooka, which is gonna boost flying moves and burns opponents. Do you guys think this is legit? So this is interesting. So this person is actually not saying, hey, this is my rumor that I'm putting out there, but rather they're like, hey, I came across this rumor and this is me posting it, which is a different angle than we normally see. So I don't know where the original kind of website this came from. If this dude wrote it up themselves, I have no idea. Anytime we jump into these rumors, you always have to just kind of keep in mind that it could always be some guy who just has way too much time in their hand, just typing it out and just trying to make some, kind of noise with potential things like that. But simultaneously, it is really fun to kind of look at these things and get different ideas. I really like the idea of Ampharos getting some love. I think the Porygon-Z idea is super cool. I think it would make more sense if Porygon-Z's kind of G-Max move did like what I said about Tri-Attack. I think that could be cool, although Freeze is a pretty busted status. So maybe that would be a little unbalanced there, but definitely pretty interesting. And again, the big call out there was that Blitzle Zebstrika thing. I thought that was very, very confusing to see two different rumors a week apart, basically, calling out Blitzle and Zebstrika gaining that Pegasus-like Galarian form. So we'll have to see what happens there. Big question marks around the Wurmple. I think there's just so many things. I really want to know what goes down with Wurmple. Regardless of this and the other rumors and all that stuff, I really want to know what's happening with Wurmple. Is Wurmple going to get any love at all? Why does Klara have this bow that looks like Dustox in the first place? I need to know the answers, and it's like just a few days away, and I just can't contain my excitement because I really want to play the Isle of Armor, and I'm sure you guys do too, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this rumor video, man. It's a lot of fun to talk about this stuff and get excited. Gets me hyped for the DLC even more. We've got some amazing content on the channel, guys, so be sure to check all that out. Before I wrap up this video, I just want to thank you guys for checking out another one of my awesome videos. Be sure to like the video, subscribe if you guys are new, and make sure you guys get those notifications turned on. Keep an eye out on the channel. We've got a lot of great Isle of Armor content coming up, including that 80-hour live stream marathon and much, much more. If you guys dug this video, be sure to check out this one. I think you guys will really love it. And of course, YouTube thinks that you're gonna like this one. So pick and choose one of the other ones. You can pick both if you're really feeling fancy today. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.